Hello students, in this video lecture we are going to discuss an important topic of computer network, that is unicasting, multicasting and broadcasting and their differences. First we will discuss what is unicasting. It sends data from one source to only a single destination. In this case there is just one sender and one receiver. This type of information transfer is useful when there is a participation of single sender and single recipient. As you can see, as an example, there are two networks, network A and network B. A sender from network A sends a data packet to the recipient of network B. You can see as a device having IP address 10.1.2.0 in network A wants to send the data packet to the device with IP address 20.12.4.2 in other network B. So this is an example of unicasting. Advantages: it provides dedicated point-to-point communication between devices. It maintains data privacy as it is shared only with a single destination. Disadvantages: it is not efficient if we have to send the same message to multiple devices. So due to this disadvantage, there is a need to go with other techniques. One such technique is multicasting. Now in multicasting, only transmits information to specific users. It enables a single transmission to be split up among multiple users, significantly reducing the required bandwidth. Multicast that take place over the internet are known as IP multicast, since they use the internet protocol to transmit data. As you can see from the diagram, a sender wants to send data packet to specific receivers, which is known as multicast group. The other receivers which are outside this multicast group does not receive that data packet. Now IP multicasting works by combining two other protocols with the internet protocol. Now first is Internet Group Management Protocol, which is abbreviated as IGMP, which allows users or client systems used to request access to a stream. The other protocol is Protocol Independent Multicast, which is abbreviated as PIM, which is used by network routers to create multicast trees. Now the advantages: it is commonly used for streaming media over the internet, such as live TV and internet radio. It also supports video conferencing and webcast. Whatever the application, multicasting helps reduce internet bandwidth usage by providing an efficient way of sending data to multiple users. Now there are some disadvantages also. It cannot be implemented using IPv4 addressing. There is an extra overhead of forming multicast groups. It is complex to implement. Now, the next technique is broadcasting. Broadcasting is a transmission type in which the data traffic flows from a single source to all the devices on the network. It sends the information to every device at once. Broadcasting transfer one to all techniques can be classified into two types. First is limited broadcasting and the other is direct broadcasting. Now limited broadcasting. In case of limited broadcasting, we can have that suppose the sender have to send a stream of packets to all the devices over the network that it reside. This broadcasting comes handy. For this to achieve, it will append 225.225.225.225, that is all the 32 bits of IP address set to 1, called as limited broadcast address, in the destination address of the datagram packet header, which is reserved for information transfer to all the recipients from a single client that is sender over the network. Now as you can see from the diagram, this is the network, and in this network the sender and the receiver both are in the same network. Now the other is direct broadcasting. This is useful when a device in one network wants to transfer packet stream to all the devices over the other network. So here the sender is in one network, whereas the receiver is in another network. This is achieved by transferring all the host ID part bits of the destination address to one, referred as direct broadcast address, in the datagram header for information transfer. In the last 24 bits of the destination address, 225.225.225 is used as a suffix for direct broadcast. As you can see from the figure, the sender sends a data packet from network A to all the receivers of the network B. So it basically broadcasts the data packet. Now the advantages. Messages will be delivered to all the nodes in the broadcast domain at the same time. It is efficient for the situation where we want to share the messages with all other nodes. It is simple to implement. There are some disadvantages also. It cannot be implemented using IPv6 addressing. In most of the cases, there is unnecessary traffic in the communication channel. Now the comparison between unicasting, multicasting and broadcasting. In case of unicast, it has only one sender and one receiver, whereas in case of multicast, it has one or more senders and multiple receivers. In case of broadcast, it has one sender and multiple receivers. The second point is, in case of unicast, it sends data from one device to single device. In case of multicast, data can be sent from one device to multiple devices. In case of broadcast, data sent from one device to all the other devices in a network. Now the other point is, in case of unicast, it works on single node topology, whereas in case of multicast, it works on star, mesh, tree and hybrid topologies. Whereas in case of broadcast, it works on star and bus topologies. Now the next point is, in case of unicast, two devices are connected to each other with a single cable, whereas in case of multicast, the switch is an example of a multicast device. Whereas in case of broadcast, hub is an example of a broadcast device. So this is all about unicasting, multicasting and broadcasting. Thank you for watching this video.